There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Hello everyone, welcome back to the new Random DOS Game Show. And this week we are met with a menu selection here. It says Trilogy at the top, but it looks like there's only 2 games to pick from. Not sure what's up with that, but we have Shard of Inovar and Venom. You press S or V respectively, depending on the game that you want to play. And Venom is what the randomizer has chosen, though, so that's what we're going to go with for this episode. Maybe we'll play Shard of Inovar some other day. Also, too, I feel like I should mention, though, to the viewers before I jump in that if I sound different, it's because I am recovering from a cold that I got last week. Now, fortunately, I think this game has no sound or music, so if my voice gives out on me, if I have to clear my throat or cough or something like that, I can probably just edit that out in post, so you folks won't have to hear it. But without any further ado, here we are. That was a fast splash screen. Venom, written by Les Hogarth and Clive Wilson. IBM version by Randall Don Masteller. Copyright 1987. So we're greeted with a graphics mode prompt. Well, I think EGA is going to give us the best color palette out of these. So we'll go ahead and select that. Select control device. Joystick or keyboard. That's something you don't see every day, because I think this is a text parser. I'm not entirely certain on that, but I'm pretty sure it is, judging by the little I've seen of it on Exodus with the screenshots. But let's go ahead with keyboard. All right, and we're in, and that scrolling text gives us the creators again. And let's see what we're in for. You are on the broad east-west roadway in front of the Dancing Drayman Inn. The place seems to be deserted, but you hear a sound from within. A horse's tie rail lies before you. Your black horse stirs restlessly beneath you. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Okay. It looks like this is kind of a different approach from your typical text parser game, I think, because rather than typing everything in manually for all of the actions and whatnot, it looks like we're selecting from this menu here on the right. And it's not the most responsive of menu controls as I'm navigating with the arrow keys, but I don't know. It's almost like a delayed reaction or something. I'm not sure if that's a problem with the emulation or if the game was like that originally. But in any case, I guess we'll start with the basics. Look is probably what we want to start with. Hello? Wow, I had to press enter a couple times for the game to register that. Well, we're not off to the best of starts here. Are the party members the only things we can look at with this? I'm trying to press all the different arrow keys and such, but it's not letting me leave the little present window there. Well, okay, I guess we'll start there. Rikka. As there is no mirror handy, it is quite impossible to look at yourself, foolish narcissist. Okay, so that's obviously the player character, I guess. Who's this other party member? Devala? Devala, your mighty stallion. Oh, so it's your horse. It's not a party member. Flicks his tail as he whinnies and stamps the ground before you. All right. Maybe view is what we want. Observe. And the word gold has scrolled up, and pressing left or right on the arrow keys repeats the gold scrolling. I think I don't know. I guess you're viewing your inventory with this, but I think gold might be the only thing we have right now. Let's go ahead. Press enter. Within your pockets, you carry a small quantity of gold. You have left but 3 pieces. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, this is... we're kind of off to a rough start here, I feel. This is not the most intuitive set of commands I've ever seen, and the way to navigate them is quite cumbersome, if I'm being honest. It looks like scroll here scrolls through a whole bunch of different actions your character can go through. There's a there was a horse tie it mentioned, right? Oh, wow. Okay, so we're able to select any word in the description, I guess. Tie horses. The thong is not being carried. Okay, well, let's see. Mount, maybe? Obviously, we can't swim. Gulp. That's kind of an interesting way of saying eat for an action. I presume that's what that means. You nimbly dismount. Okay, so we were still on our horse at that time, but we have now dismounted. So it says exits east, west, and north, and we are on a broad east-west roadway. So I guess north will take us into the inn. I guess we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, you stand within the old and dilapidated inn. The place lies covered in a thin film of dust. In a corner, some unsavory-looking food awaits the hungry traveler, and a doorway leads off. Okay. I mean, it doesn't sound like the food's particularly appetizing, but food is food, right? And it does say awaits the hungry traveler, so let's see what we can do. I don't want to eat the gold game, but you're not letting me select anything else. Can I back out? I'm hitting escape. That doesn't do anything. So I guess I have no choice but to try to eat my gold. Okay. Jeez. That wouldn't taste very nice. All right, okay. So the game won't let you do that. Let's go ahead. View? No, that's just viewing that again. It looks like now the horse is outside still, obviously. We didn't bring it indoors. That would be weird. But it looks like there's an innkeeper now. So can we talk to the innkeeper? Come on, game. Register my commands, please. Okay. Say to say to the just out of curiosity, I wonder what happens if you say to the player character. It'll probably say something like talking to yourself or something like that, you know. That's kind of a yeah, talking to yourself is the first sign of yeah. Usually these games will have a cheeky little message whenever you try to use talk on the talk command on the player character like that. Yeah, so anyway, let's try talking to the innkeeper, though. Say to innkeeper. Oh. Oh. Okay, so do I have to select with these now to talk to him? Wow. Okay. Can see food. Yeah. Exits west south. Yeah, you can see food. Yeah, can you give me the food maybe? Observe gold. Oh, okay, so I guess we stopped the conversation before we got to that part. Say to innkeeper, give? Okay, say to innkeeper, give. We're starting to get somewhere, I think, with this. Give me... Oh, no, I thought that was going to be... Shoot. Well, that took me back out of the conversation, or the potential conversation, didn't it? I was trying to say, you know, give me some food, innkeeper, but apparently that's not how you do that in this game. God, jeez, come on. So often I'm finding myself having to press enter like 3 to 5 times just for the game to register the command. Come on. There you go. Say to innkeeper, give Say to innkeeper give. Okay, innkeeper? No. That... Oh my gosh, this is... Examine. Okay, so this... Let me look at the food, or examine the food. Can I? An unsavory stew-like substance. It is only lukewarm. Yeah, it doesn't sound particularly appetizing, but... Oh my goodness. And this is a clunky way of navigating the world. Data innkeeper. Nope, that took me back out. Oh, maybe I'll try a few more times, but I think, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do something crazy here if this doesn't work. Yeah, let's try some of these actions. Let's try jumping. Oh, wait, what? I thought this was something for... I thought this was like a jump command, like your character would jump, but it doesn't look like it. Is it? Oh my gosh. You jump up and down. Oh, okay, so I did jump. Wow. Jump food? That doesn't make any sense. You jump up and down. Okay, why is it making me select the words before it lets me perform the action? Like, does it matter what word This is weird. This is a weird interface, man. I don't know if I've ever run across anything so counterintuitive and cumbersome, if I'm being honest. Jump the dust. You jump up. Wow. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something important, but how about... There was a fight command there, wasn't there? Yeah. Let's see if we can fight the innkeeper. Come on. He refuses your challenge to fight. Aw, dang it. So I can't vent my frustrations out on him. Boy. Yeah, I'm about to throw in the towel here, because this is like pulling teeth trying to do all this. Break. How about... Oh, geez. Let's try to break the doorway. No destruction is allowed. Oh, come on, Gabe. You won't even let me go on a rampage. Oh, jeez. Well, I could try traveling a bit. Exits west and east. Let's just head east. See what we find. Oh, wow. Now we're getting in exposition? Long, long ago, when the world was young, the High Lord Mirosima cast down the evil Traklan to spend his eternity in the bowels of the earth. But holy Mirosima faded and Traklan arose once more. Okay, that's nice, but I just want to keep going east at this point. Okay, so we're in a new area. It's west, east, north. Just keep going east. Before the dawn of time did battle rage between good and evil, and from those wars did emerge the rolling hills of Armosin and the fresh fields of Avenir, pathway to the halls of kings. Yes, okay. Uh-oh. Oh, you are swept down river, landing safely on the shore before the falls can carry you away. Press fire to continue. Oh, okay, so... Oh, wow. There's more exposition. No man has thus ventured beyond the falls and so to the great ocean, but legend tells of fabulous lands and mighty beasts beyond the oceans and the sundered seas and the lands beyond telling. Okay. Okay, so I guess I can't go any further that way. Let's try going west. Eons ago, before the fading of Mirosima, the lords of Enum, did create a high priest to protect the land. He thus became the holy High Enum, and when Mirosima fell, so was the land thus saved. Yes, that's all well and good. Oh, wow, look at this. We're at a monastery, I guess. But let's just keep going west. Your way into the monastery is blocked by the menacing Harg, brandishing his sword. Oh, wow, there's actually an enemy. Maybe this is where the fight command can be used. Harg raises his sword and slices it through your defenseless body. Oh no, I think I died. Yeah, I think I died there. Well, okay. I wasn't planning on playing this long anyway in the first place, but I just couldn't resist attempting to fight an enemy there, even though I lost horribly. But I'm going to go ahead and call it here, and I'll give you my thoughts. So that's Venom, and yeah, it should probably come as no surprise. I am not impressed at all with this initial outing. I don't know, maybe their thought process was to eliminate some of the guesswork that is inherent with starting a new text parser game, but honestly I would have preferred the more traditional approach of typing in commands manually and typing in help if I needed further assistance. And the setting didn't really grab me either. It seemed like kind of a generic fantasy setting. I don't know, maybe it gets more engrossing as you progress further in the game, but honestly, good luck progressing anywhere in this game when you have to deal with such cumbersome and unresponsive controls. So, those are my thoughts, and I can feel my voice giving out on me, so I'm going to go to bed, rest up, and put this game behind me. And if you want to see more Random DOS game coverage, be sure to check out the other videos on the channel, as well as Lonnie's original run in our playlists. And if you like what you see, consider subscribing. That's all for now, and until next time, take care everyone.